Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darla. If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're asking yourself whether you should become a labor and delivery nurse or not. So to give you a little bit of background, I've been a nurse for 4.5 years. I've done labor and delivery for 3.5. I did ER for roughly a year. So I do have some experience in this, and what I have come up with, there's 7 different points that you should ask yourself or consider before deciding that maybe you should go into labor and delivery. The first thing that I jotted down was ask yourself why you want to be a labor and delivery nurse. So the answer to this question is because you really like babies and you just want to hold babies and be a baby nurse. If it's anything on those lines, I would highly consider maybe not considering signing up for labor and delivery, but maybe considering signing up to be like a nursery nurse or something like that. Because labor and delivery, when you are a labor and delivery nurse, you are actually the mom's nurse. So you are an adult nurse, not a baby nurse, okay? You do obviously get some contact with the babies, but overall, you're caring for the mom. So I just wanted to go ahead and point that out because I know a lot of people think labor and delivery, oh, you hold babies. That's not the case. So just wanted to clear that up for anyone who was confused. 2, we do a lot in labor and delivery. We do a lot more besides just deliver babies. So obviously we deliver, do regular vaginal deliveries, but we also deliver the OR guys. So when you are delivering the baby via C-section, you do pre-op, you do intra-op, and you do post-op, okay? So you are with mom, or at least with my hospital, for all those 3 stages. So we get her ready for the C-section, we are the circulator back in the OR, and then we go back to the PACU and recover mom and transfer over to mother baby. So some other areas that we do is postpartum. So sometimes, we have to hold our patients. We can't take them directly over. So we are caring for them postpartum, or maybe they're sick. Maybe they've had a hemorrhage. Maybe they are preeclamptic, or maybe they have other issues that are making them unstable enough to be able to transfer over to mother baby. So you are a postpartum nurse. You are also an antepartum nurse, meaning that this is basically like a med-surgy area of labor and delivery, which most of us labor and delivery nurses that's our least favorite part of rotating through. But basically, this is the area where we keep our sick pregnant patients hospitalized because we want to keep them pregnant. We don't want them to deliver yet. So that's what that's about. And lastly, you are a triage nurse. So when patients are sent over from the office, or maybe they're coming from home and they think they're in labor, or maybe they come through EMS, we are that first stop. We have to just see what's going on, evaluate how critical these patients are, get them seen, treated, moved over to L&D if necessary. Okay, so those are several different things that you do as labor and delivery nurse. So there's a lot of different aspects to it, which is really fun because you get to do multiple different things that keeps you interested. Another thing I wrote down, I basically already touched on with my point number 1, letting you guys know that you are an adult nurse, not a baby nurse. 4th, this is a specialty area. So this is not like med-surg, guys. If you've done any rotations through med-surg, you will know that there's a lot of routine involved, that there is a lot of structure. You kind of know what to expect. These patients are what you can say fairly stable, right? Okay, labor and delivery, these patients their status can change very quickly. And it's really more so that, labor is very hard on the body. It's hard on the baby. So, we're watching these monitors the entire time that they are with us, looking for any changes, looking for any fetal distress. We have to be able to react to that very, very quickly. It's no different than an emergency in the ER, okay? So you've got to be quick, you've got to be on your toes, you have to be on the lookout for any changes because it does happen. Just like having a stat C-section, you have to be prepared for that. You have to know what to do, and you've got to start running. I mean, ER and L&D are very similar in that way. I can say that since I have now worked both. They are, there's a lot of things that are constantly changing. There's no routine in either one. You just kind of go with the flow, and, you know, things are constantly coming at you, and you got to, you know, run with the ball. So that's another point I wanted to point out for you guys, which kind of ties into my fifth point. If you like routine, this is not for you. I just said why. And also tied that in with my 6 points, talking about how labor and delivery and ER has some similarities. Okay, last point I just wanted to hit on is our nurse to patient ratio. I thought that would be a good point to talk about real quick. So nurse patient ratio in my hospital, which I know in most hospitals, I believe, have a 2-to-1. So reason for that is if you have 2 active labor patients at the same time, you are running. There is not much downtime at all. So it's really not possible to have a 3rd patient and be able to safely care for that mom and baby too. So when you've got 2 patients, you really do have 4, because you have to, you know, care for that baby inside of the mom who may be getting stressed out with everything, but you're also dealing with the mom, and maybe she's sick, maybe she's got diabetes or preeclampsia, or, you know, maybe she's in an immense amount of pain, or, you know, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of things that are happening, and so that's why they keep the ratio, nurse to patient ratio 2-to-1. I know there's some hospitals that do 1-to-1. The one that I work at does 2-to-1. So anyways, I just thought I would touch on that. So if you didn't already know what that ratio was, there you go. Please comment down below if you guys have any other questions for me. I would be happy to answer. Please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.